Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everybody watching this video. I'm back. Oh man, it's been such a long time since I last made a video. But yeah, here I am, still alive, thankfully. And yeah, for those of you who have been following around, in my Discord, and I've also posted this up on Twitter. I have been getting commissions. Yay! And yeah, I thought it would be fun to actually make this sort of behind the scenes or like the making of kind of videos about BGMs, as in like the BGMs that I make for commissions. And this particular commission was by Lunio VT. If you guys are able to, please go and check her out. And yeah, my very, very first commission, I was very excited about this. And yeah, also thank you to VGen for, being the website that it is and helping me land my first commission. Yay! Well, first and foremost, we have our project file loaded in. As you can see, this is what I have for Lunio's BGM. I guess let's first talk about how it started, how I first got the idea for this. So as part of references, Lunio actually sent in some, I guess, sort of background music kind of videos, those 1 hour long ambient vibes kind of videos that you just put on the background and listen to it. So there was a Celtic one and one more that was a little bit more magical, I suppose. And I think I took more inspiration from the Celtic sort of music because that's what I like anyway. And it first started off with just this harp that you hear over here. So yeah, very, very simplistic stuff, just playing some scales. I don't even remember what scale this was in, to be honest. I didn't even put one. But anyway, that was what I had to begin with. And how everything came together afterwards was really just by pure accident, to be completely honest. So I have a couple of plugins over here, as you can see, and at the time of receiving the commission, right, I actually found a few more free ones that I could use, but I just never used them. So I kind of forgot about their existence, to be completely honest. And I was just looking through the instruments that I could possibly use. So it's like just opening them up one by one like this. And then I ended up reaching this one by Adam Szabo, and it's called Solaris. A wonderful plugin. But at the time, I had completely forgotten what this plugin was. I fully thought it was an instrument plugin, and so I dragged it into the harp track, and yeah, it turns out it is a Shimmer VST. I don't really understand what Shimmer does. I'll just be straight up over here, but it adds a lot of high end, makes things sound very glittery, very magical, and Like really the perfect word for it is very shimmery. So hence the name of the effect. And so, since you guys have heard the harp on its own, this is what it sounds like. And then with Solaris. Ah! Doesn't it sound so pretty? So yeah, what we have here is our standard dry wet knob, and then you have a pre-delay, which is how quickly the effects actually come in after you first play the notes. Chorale, I don't fully understand it either, but apparently it adds this almost vocal-like quality to the instruments. And so what happens is, you see how there's a vowel one here? It might be a bit difficult to hear, but if I were to fully max out the amount, you hear the woo, and then as I move the vowel sound, yeah, so it basically adds this sort of like a vowel to the instrument regardless of what you're using. So it gave this harp a sort of vocal like characteristics to it. And then over here you have reverb, which is a very common effect to have, and which is to just give it a space that the instrument sounds like it's played in. And then we have the shimmer itself, which is here you hear there's one that is one whole octave up. So if I were to push it up, I hope this doesn't hurt my ears. Yeah, you hear that? So I decided to make it very, very subtle. And same goes for this one, where it is one whole octave down. So you kind of hear like a more bassy tone to the harp itself. Like just kind of wobbling in the back. So yeah, that's what I did for the actual shimmer part, and then the filter and the mods I completely didn't touch. So from that point on, I felt like the harp alone wasn't quite enough, obviously, like that was just a singular instrument. I went ahead and made a shimmer piano as well. So I pretty much just copy pasted the harp track down here, made like a couple, just a small handful of changes in the notes. Like you can see here, there's an extra one. I think the notes here are slightly different as well. And also, because I like Solaris so much on the harp, I decided to slap it on here as well. Which is why you also see Solaris over here. With pretty similar settings, to be completely honest. I changed the vowel to so that that voice-like quality wasn't so resonate, like it didn't resonate so much. Does that make any sense? I'm not Englishing properly, but yeah, I just didn't want that same vowel to be too much, so I had to change it up a bit, blah blah blah. And so with the piano and the harp, this is what they sound like. It's pretty hard to hear, isn't it? Yeah. This is with the piano itself. It's very mellowed out. So I intended for this to just sort of be like a backup to the harp. So if I were to remove the piano, this is what the harp sounds like. And then if I were to add it as the backup, it just sounded so much fuller. And then also just some variation with the notes so that it sounds more interesting as well. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Ah well, it's fine. I'll be showcasing everything anyway. And yeah. So now that we have the like general rhythm and backup instruments more or less there already, I wanted to shift my focus over to the lead instrument where I put in another piano. And again, because I like Solaris so much, I slapped another Solaris. So I think you can kind of see the pattern here. Solaris was really how this entire track came about, and I slapped it on basically everything. Oh no, I didn't do it for the choir. Oh no, I did. So yeah, Solaris is really just on everything. And yeah, that's how I managed to get that very magical feeling for the track. So with the piano lead, I didn't really want anything too complicated because this was supposed to be more of like a lullaby kind of music. So obviously in a lullaby things tend to be relatively simple. And so yeah, I didn't want to do too much with the piano. And as you can see, I really didn't do a lot. I use these two notes so much. As you can see, they take up like more than half of the entire melodic line. And yeah, with it being so simple, it sounds like this. Decided to add in a little bit of delay as well, and some EQ to remove the thumping of the piano keys itself. And something interesting actually happens with the with this piano and the Solaris settings that I have. That resonating high frequency. I have no idea why it does that. I've tried, adjusting all these. But that resonating high frequency was there, and although it was unintended, I ended up actually quite liking it. So I have no idea how to recreate that, but it's there, so I kept it and I liked it. So therefore it's there. And again, because I felt that the piano alone wasn't quite enough yet, I decided to layer it with a different piano. So the one that you see over here is of the BBC Symphony Orchestra's piano. Wonderful plugin, and if you guys are interested in music production or anything and you want a orchestra, this is a wonderful starting point. So anyway, besides that, I decided to add in Monster Piano, and with the Frost Piano, what do you call it? Preset. Yes, that's the word. And it sounds like this. So it's got, like the name suggests, it's got a very frosty element to it. So if you listen to it alone, You see how it sounds kind of icy, frosty? And yeah, I thought that characteristic of the piano sound would help with the song itself. So therefore I decided to use this one. And again, that higher resonating frequency is there. So I'm not sure if it's just that particular note that interacts this way with Solaris. But yeah, again, it sounds wonderful. And so I kept it. And with everything so far, if I were to remove the choir, with what we have so far, this is what it sounds like. Which is almost pretty much what the whole song sounds like already. So at this point, it was almost complete. Yeah, at this point, it was almost complete. But I felt like, as I was listening to this, I personally felt like a choir, a soft choir in the background would be a pretty nice addition to this, to add on to the lullaby feeling and also just give it a more sing-song kind of feeling to it. And Lunio herself also suggested that before I even brought it up. So yeah, it was nice that we had the same opinion. So I went ahead and did that. And I don't remember what I did with the choir. What did I do? Yeah, I don't remember. But as you can see, the volume, I have brought them down very, very far. Well, not that far, but like compared to everything else, it's really rather quiet. And as you can see, I decided to add Solaris to both of them equally as well. And I decided to add an extra bit of reverb to it. Even though there's already reverb within Solaris itself. Sorry, I don't know why I sounded like that. Even though there was already reverb within Solaris itself, I wasn't too happy with how the reverb interacted with everything else the plugin has. So I decided to turn that very far down. As you can see, it's only 23 out of 100 plus. And yeah, I added in my own reverb, the stock Ableton reverb. I don't know why this is still here, to be honest. I'm not using it, so that can go. And yeah, besides that, because I wanted the vocals to be in the background already, right? I thought it would be kind of cool to make them to have this sort of floating characteristics to the choir vocals, because it's all magical and lullaby, so I thought that having some movement to the choir vocals would be nice. So I decided to add in Pancake, another free plugin, wonderful. And I have it basically quite slow. I have it heard synced, so it's oscillating at this speed, however fast that is. You can see over here. So yeah, it gives this movement of it moving left to right slowly. And same with the other one. I think I have it in a different speed. Yeah. So there's one that's a little bit faster, one that's a little bit slower, so that it sounds like they're all over the place, And yeah, that is basically the entire song. So with the choirs in as well, this is what the whole thing sounds like. Yeah, so I am overall really happy with that. Oh, there's one thing. If you guys notice, I have one deactivated track over here. That is because this piano that you hear using the BBC Symphony Orchestra's one was not quite the same piano sound that I use in Lunio's actual BGM. I need to send this to her actually. But yeah, I initially used a different one from Spitfire Audio Labs instead. I love their soft piano, which is what I initially went with. But there was an issue. I'll let you guys listen to it for a bit. Yeah, there's just a little bit of clicking noise to this plugin itself. I've never actually noticed it. I didn't actually notice it even until well after I sent Lunio BGM itself. So I feel kind of bad. So I will export this new one and send it over to her. But yeah, that little ticking noise, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it very clearly. I'll have something up on the screen so that you can hear it and visualize it. Yeah, so that ticking noise is there, and the moment I noticed it, it upset me greatly. More than it should have. So yeah, I decided to swap that out with the Symphony Orchestra's one. So it sounds different. I'll let you guys hear it. So this was the soft piano one. This is what it sounds like. And then if we went over to the Symphony Orchestra's one, you can hear that it's a lot brighter. So which is why I have this EQ over here as well to lower down a lot of that higher end frequency and try to get it closer sounding to the original soft piano. This was about as good as I could get. Because there's the low end thumping over there. I couldn't quite boost it up to mimic that same mellow out property that this has. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. But it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It was just me rambling on about how I made this BGM, but hopefully if any of you are into music making, this gives you a little bit of insight on how you can sort of get your ideas. You know, sometimes accidents happen, but not all accidents are bad, you know. For example, in my case, Solaris was a complete accident. That it was by complete accident that I loaded it in, but it ended up working out really well. and it turned into the entire basis of the whole song. So, don't be afraid to try stuff out. I also don't know what I'm doing most of the time. So, yeah, don't let your fear be what holds you back in your creative journey. Just try it out. Eventually, you'll get there. Mess around with things until they sound good to you. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy listening to me ramble on and on. Hopefully, I was, what's the word? Cohesive enough. I know I talk slow and I stutter a lot, but I think you guys know me by now. This is just how I speak normally. So yeah, I will stop rambling on now, and hope that all of you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, especially those of you in Southeast Asia. It is extremely hot, so please stay hydrated, stay safe, and don't get heat strokes. Alright? Stay comfy. I'll see you guys in the next video sometime in the future. I don't know when, but in the future, I am not disappearing completely. So, yeah. Bye bye. Wee.